What is happening, y'all? Thank y'all again for joining the channel. Today I want to talk about the paint quality on the Toyota 4Runner and then just some upgrades that I've done to the interior and exterior. But I want to mainly talk about the paint chips and the continuing paint problems that I'm having with my 5th gen 4Runner. So for my last video that I did on the paint quality, which is really the only issue that I've had with this truck, I've had more chips happen in the last couple of months. Originally it was just these, and I don't know if the camera can pick them out. I went ahead and put the touch-up paint on them. The touch-up paint took forever to get here, but I've gotten more chips since then. And originally my plan was to get this PPF'd and just deal with it that way. I reached out to a PPF business slash detailing business here in town, and they quoted me pretty high for just the actual hood. And I really honestly just haven't had the time to go in and do it. So what I ended up doing is I bought this AVS bug deflector slash rock guard. I've had it for a couple of weeks now, and I opted to go with the high clearance one, which is just longer. I think the low clearance one is actually just shorter. So the way they make it sound is that the high clearance is going to be taller, but they're exactly the same height. It's just that the high clearance actually extends beyond the hood and then covers the side here, which is great because I actually had some chips on the sides on the front. But yeah, I've had quite a few chips now, and you know, I think that for the most part, what I've gathered from the Toyota 4Runner community is that these 5th gen 4Runners just really don't have the best paint quality. And what I've gathered too is that with this underground paint, which is new for 2024, specifically to the TRD, or not the TRD, but the 5th gen 4Runner, is that this paint scratches, it's super thin, it gets swirly really easily, and I've had the same experience as those that have a 5th gen 4Runner or have a new Tacoma that has the same paint. The paint's not the best quality, and so I've had some chips now, a couple of chips, and you know, it's not a big deal. It's just annoying because I've had tons of cars, different brands, and I've never really experienced issues with paint chips. But you know, the unfortunate part is even with these paint chips, you know, I had to wait a really long time for the touch-up paint to come in. And apparently from what I've gathered and from what I've discovered talking to the parts department at my Toyota dealership is that paint is pretty well sought after, the touch-up paint. So it makes me think that a lot of us with this underground color are just having a lot of issues for whatever reason. So just keep that in mind if you're purchasing a 5th gen 4Runner with the underground paint, or moving on to a 3rd gen Tacoma or 4th gen Tacoma in that paint color, or anything else with the underground paint. But like I said, I got this AVS item here. It's an AVS bug slash rock deflector, and so far it's been good. I think it actually makes the truck look pretty cool. And I'm glad I went with the high clearance one because again, it extends, and then we'll just see how it holds up. You know, the majority of my chips have been closer to the edge, so in here, and then the bigger ones have been up here. Nothing really further up in the hood, so I'm hoping that this will help mitigate that. And then yeah, the plan is to eventually go ahead and get the hood and then PPF'd. Still on the fence if I should just get it all, you know, the paint corrected and do the ceramic. But you know, I do take this truck off-road. I pull my trailer, as you guys know from my last video. If you haven't watched that video, I go pretty in depth with this trailer, and if you're interested in trailer content, that's a really thorough one. But yeah, hopefully this AVS bug deflector helps. Okay, I know I mentioned some other upgrades to the 4Runner, and they have to do with the cargo area. So y'all know that I went with the Toyota 4Runner Lifestyle, the seat back covers, which have been awesome. I've really enjoyed those, but recently I went with canvas back to cover the side of the cargo area. So this cargo area was just getting really dinged up and banged up anytime I would carry a lot of cargo back here. And not that I really care because it's plastic, it just kind of looks really, really shitty, for lack of a better word. with everything scraped up. So I decided to get these, and what's cool about these is you can customize them on Canvasback's website. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by any of these items. I bought these with my own money, but you can get them customized with pop-outs. So, you know, because I do some car camping sometimes, I actually use these trays as nightstands. So it was a really cool option that you can get those from the factory pre-installed. And then also you can get them installed with slits here, so you can retain, you know, your tie down points. As you can see, I have my cargo net up. Super cool option. And again, on this side, because I do use the cargo space, it has a slit where I keep my here's just an air compressor, but you have access to the cargo area here, and then access to your 12 volt and your outlet here. So pretty cool option from Canvasback. The material is really nice. It's a nice thick canvas, and then it just sticks with Velcro, which is really cool. And then in the same vein, I went ahead and opted for, let me see if the camera can pick this up. I opted for the cargo, the hatch door cover also. And this is the same really nice material. It's canvas. It has holes for your speakers and your lights. And it's a really nice product. It also has a slit for the grab handle, so I can pull this down a little bit and show y'all. But really nice material. It covers that back area so it's not all scratched up. And again, it's all on Velcro, so you can theoretically take these off and wash them if you really wanted to, even though Canvasback doesn't want you doing that. I'm probably never going to take them off unless I sell the vehicle, which I don't plan on doing. You can just wipe them down with a wet rag or something. But these are really cool. They keep your plastic protected. But yeah, guys, just wanted to give you all a quick update on the paint. I'll keep posting updates if the paint gets any worse, but from what I've gathered so far, it's just really thin paint that Toyota's using, even thinner, I think, that they've used in the past. And what's interesting is I haven't found any other chips anywhere. These factory mud guards have actually done a really good job of protecting the paint and rock chips. So I don't have any rock chips down here, and obviously it's PPF from the factory. But, you know, if I get more rock chips, I'll definitely keep y'all updated. But until then, guys, y'all stay well out there, and we'll see you on the next one.